So just because I'm popular, I'm a singer, doesn't necessarily mean I am a good politician or I'm a good leader.
Or I can bring change.
Yeah, so we've not seen you in that arena. We've seen you hold a mic.
So should it be, like, because artists are very influential people, like musicians, like if you go out there, if I go out there with a political message, very few people are going to listen to me. But if you go out there with a guitar, everybody will be out there and even, like asking you, where can we drop some money? Yeah. So where, when it comes to politics, where do artists fall? Should they automatically also be active simply because they have influence, or can you just be an artist and ignore what's happening around you?
So that brings me to this influx of artists, comedians, guys who are doing things in art, trying to run for political office.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't have to run for political office when I have a platform. And sometimes I believe they have a bigger platform. Whatever they do, whatever they are known for, is a bigger platform to articulate the things that they want to see or the change that they want to see. I vibed with my brother, my friend Jalas, and I felt like, oh, Jalas, he's running for MP Langata. And I was telling him, yo, bro, I see, when I look at your platform, you're doing so much with your platform. And I was one guy who, I said, you're doing more on your platform,
Jalango TV.
Than you would if you went
you'd be in parliament. And he told me, no, he wants to go into parliament because he said, one thing, the funding. At least now you have access to funding. So the things that you want to do, the CDF, which is mostly sometimes mismanaged. So that's the reason he gave me.
Okay.
But personally, I felt like he's one person I know so talented, he's one of all-round talented guys I know, who I felt like he'll do better on his platform than going to parliament. The fact that he's running and he's my boy, so Langata, Jalas, you see? So anyway, so my point is I see it has become a mockery. Have you realized there's so many memes when I realize everybody's running. There's an MC here, you see, Atamimi. You go to, what do you call it? I know in UDA, I think there's, what's his name?
MC Jesse.
MC Jesse.
Yeah.
I saw Bugu Bugu, DNG.
DNG is also running on UDA for MCA.
And then even the socialites now with their Instagram followers, they are running for political office. Political office is not a joke. Let's not make a mockery about that. So what I'm saying we should not make a mockery out of that is about changing lives. You're being given a responsibility to change a situation, So it's not a fashion, because I feel like in Kenya now it's becoming running for political office for artists of guys, mostly artists, is more like, yo, let's go in, everybody's running. Hapa kuna kamkwanja kanakuja. It's not supposed to be like that.
And this is the point where I want to bring Omosh Fire into this conversation, so that he can also bring in his perspective, as someone who's a DJ and is also so much into music. Because sometimes you see when you attack that idea, now you're an artist yourself, so you can attack that idea. But whenever that idea is attacked, when someone is saying, how is it that a lot of musicians, and comedians also are all of a sudden, trying to run for office. So a lot of times when you bring that up, people say that you're trying to make it sound like artists are not smart and they cannot understand, what's happening in politics. And that's the reason why we've had these conversations with Omosh. That's the reason why I also want to bring him into the conversation to see, also what his thoughts are, as far as, artists running for political office. Omosh Fire.
So, just like Muzi said, it's been the trend, basically, at least of late, of this election, unlike any other election. In fact, I don't think we can even count on 10 fingers over here how many people. The Prezo, Sijui, there are many. in fact, it has become, just like Muzi says, it's almost become a joke, or should I say that this is a fashion standard that everybody is now going for. Instead of being on TikTok and Instagram, let's go we run for MCA.
Because even Willie Paul said he was running for Mathare. I don't know whether he was serious, but he mentioned that he was running for the Mathare member of parliament seat.
And let's I know we are artists. Don't get this wrong. I know being an artist, coming from an artist perspective, political office needs so much. And I'm talking about, because I've seen how Jalas has arranged his squad. You have to have an economist. You have to understand, it's not just something that you just come out of there. You have to understand the dynamics of the neighborhood.
You have to have experts.
And then some of these guys think, and that's I have a problem with that, because they have posters everywhere. Like even the CDF, which is supposed to do some things, nimeka karavatapa aneka poster yake, OneMic did this.
Yeah,
and
I did
they
this.
become like they are so much litter.
Even toilets.
Even toilets.
Launched a toilet.
Things that you're supposed to build. So to me, a political office, you have to have a team. You have to have somebody to understand what are the needs of the people.
Correct.
So, but in our country, I'm sorry to say, we kind of we're having a lot of people running for office for the sake of running for office, just for popularity, for likes, and it's not supposed to be like that, And that's why I like the statement that Jaguar said when the artists were all over him. Oh, Jaguar went here, hujatufanyia. He said it's not the artist who took him to parliament.
Which is true.
So artists have to understand that, It's not only the artist. Yes, we understand you're an artist. You're going to stand for the policies that that art brings, But on the other hand, we have to understand it's not only artists who took you to parliament. And those are the dynamics sometimes most of these artists don't understand. Because kitu wanasemaga, hey, vijana, amuna job huko, vijana.
Popular slogan.
Sometimes when you come into politics, you have to create your own policy. And then you'll see the impact of your policy. Like Obamacare, right? For example, he came in with this style and he was like, Obamacare. Get what I'm saying? Same thing as Baba is saying, Babacare. He's saying he came with his own pillars, And when you question those pillars right now, for example, let's go back to the old regime, stadium, Ile Water, all this stuff. It has not been done. It hasn't been done yet, but the guy is still running for office, and you're not questioning that. But he's telling you he's going to build your economy. And that's what I'm telling artists, have to understand those things. It's not just promises.
Almost fire.
You got to come in with a plan.
So,
Muzi, you're right. You've been on the ground as both, I guess, an activist and as well as an ordinary citizen who's, been running around in the country. I've seen you running around, and I'm not even going to mention the parties here, but I've seen you running around. So from your perspective as somebody who's been on the ground, based upon what you're telling us, and with all these, people who you've even been on stage with, you've, cohabitated with these people, so to speak, these are in the arts. You seem to see that they are not going to make an impact, or you don't see them having an agenda, or the fact that they've come out and they've put their, they've put their slogans out there, they have the labels out there, but they don't seem to have an agenda, unlike, say, like someone like Jalas, who's set out certain things.
Yeah, because I've seen Jalas do that on his platform. We've seen him with his philanthropic work on his platform.
Okay.
So I know for a fact that's even his slogan, Utu na Watu, right?
Yes.
So if you look at what Jalas has done and you compare with all these other guys, there's a very big difference. Do you get my point?
Okay.
And I'm not saying that just because Jalas is my friend, but I'm judging it from what is out there. So just because I'm popular, I'm a singer, doesn't necessarily mean I am a good politician, or I'm a good leader.
Or I can bring change.
Yeah, so we've not seen you in that arena. We've seen you hold a mic and sing,
Correct.
I know some people can change some things, but we need to stop this thing of voting in people for popularity.